I'm going to do a little startup video. Not much talking on this one. I'm going to start up the 3-rotor, and this is what I do every once in a while. I start it up, let it warm up, give it a couple revs, shut her down. So, enjoy. that's it. Hope you guys enjoy that. I won't talk any. I'm not gonna dilute this video anymore. All right, let's switch gears for a second and go back to the RC stuff, because I decided I wanted to get another plane and started doing a quick research online just to see what's out there, because I haven't bought a new plane in a little while, and I found something I wanted. So I reached out to my local RC shop, hobby shop, RC Revolutions. Checked them out. My man Mike hooked it up, and I came home with what I think is going to be a really cool little project for the RC guys that are watching. So Horizon Hobby is the, they're like the king right now. I'm gonna call them, this sounds kind of weird, but they're like the Traxxas of planes. Don't take that the wrong way, Horizon. And don't take that the wrong way, Traxxas either. I mean it. What Traxxas did for like cars and stuff, they like just revolutionized the entire industry. And they started a wildfire of RC cars, trucks, crawlers, you name it. Well, Horizon's doing the same stuff with aircraft. They've got tons of cool little drones. I've been buying them ever since they started coming out, and the planes that they keep coming out with are just getting more and more epic. So I've had quite a few Horizon planes. I still have my Carbon Z Trojan T28, as well as all the other T28s, the Corsair, all the Park Flyer stuff, Park Zone. We've got the little ones, the big ones, you name it. I've had the Timber, but I took a kind of a break, and now I missed out on the release of a really cool plane that's now kind of old, but I had to get one. It's been out for a couple of years, I guess now, or a year, at least a year or so. This is Horizon Hobby's 70mm EDF F-16. And in my opinion, the F-16 is just such an icon of aircraft history. It's been through so many different war theaters, and the Thunderbirds, which is this theme, they use it for all their aerobatic stuff. It's a really awesome aircraft in full scale. So I was excited to see a RC version of it that appealed to me. I know there's other EDF foam model F-16s out there, but this one's a little bit special. We'll get into more detail with it as I put it together and fly it. I have to put the basics of it together, which I think I'm going to do here now, or try to. And then I gotta wait for another battery. I have a battery. I have the big battery, 5,000 milliamp 6 cell from my Carbon Z T28, but it's on the big side for this plane. The CG is going to be a little too forward. I was talking to the owner. I really want this to fly like real scale looking. So we're going to get into high alpha, and we're going to make it fly really, really slow, as slow as we can. So I need a lighter battery to do that, because this heavy battery is just going to weigh it down. But regardless, it's even got the licensing from Lockheed. I'm going to get this thing out and just do the basic assembly on it and show you guys what we're working with. All right, we slipped it out of the box. Still in the packing foam. And immediately the first thing we see here are our wings. And here's the fuselage. You can see tucked in here really nice. We gotta take these, slip these out. I guess if you really wanted to go crazy, you could store it in this thing, but I'm gonna be assembling it pretty permanently, so we'll get it out. We gotta, oh look at, here's the nose cone. And we got a wing spar. We'll get everything out. Oh, there's our like fuselage stabilizers back that go there. Vertical stabilizer. And this thing is gonna come out. Our main fuselage. There we go. And you can see it's got retracts. They're already installed. This thing, the cool thing about this line of models is that they created something that's really, really easy to put together. You know, there's not really much to it. You can see here's our tail. There's really not much to put together. This thing is going to go together in less than an hour, and I'll probably have it set up and ready to fly in that time frame. But I gotta wait for that other battery to really enjoy it. Oh, here's the ordnances. Now the real Thunderbirds don't have ordnance on their planes, but this is good because it will protect the wings from tipping, because this thing was definitely have a narrow landing gear, so it's probably gonna tip on me while I'm taxiing. So I think I got everything out of here. Yeah, little hardware pack. And that's it. So this thing's completely unboxed at this point. Let's go ahead and slap her together. All right, so I got it all done. That was pretty simple. I had to leave for a little bit, so I didn't get to do it till just now. It's nighttime now, but you can see everything's completed. This thing went together absolutely 10 minutes tops, getting everything completely set up. I even hooked up the controller, so now the transmitter is hooked up, and you can see she's ready to go. The receiver was already set up. As soon as I bound it, I just basically configured in the radio exactly what I was flying for the control surfaces and everything, and it was ready to go after that. So this model has the safe technology, they call it, which is almost like an autopilot style thing. It keeps you from over banking, and it keeps the plane in a very good position for flying safely. Ironically, well, not ironically, it's called safe. But anyway, ironically, I will be using safe as recommended by Mike at the hobby shop. I will be using safe for high alpha to keep it really nice and stable, and that way I can just turn it on the rudder. So as per his recommendation, that's a good way to fly it. And he's a pro. He actually is a professional pilot for Horizon. So he knows the ins and outs of all of these aircraft. I don't question it. I'm just going to do it. So I'm all set up here. The battery that I have in it is actually the big battery that I already had for my Trojan. It's a big 5,000 milliamp 6-cell. I'm going to be flying with a 3200 as per recommended. That way I get a little more aerobatics out of it, a little more slow flight. But it's good to know that battery fits, and I might actually do a little maiden flight with that battery in it. So we'll stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to get this thing in the air. Control surfaces are all set up. She's ready to go. And the cool thing about this is it has landing gear with struts on it. So these landing gear are pretty nice. Let's see if I can get them to go up without interfering with it too much here. You can see. Oh, I caught it with my hand. But it works. It's pretty good. And because they're strutted, they'll be able to handle some hard landings, or at least some rough landings. So hopefully I don't have any, and hopefully it does exactly what it was designed to do. And I'm excited to get this thing in the air. I hope you guys are as excited as I am to see it fly. It is a pretty robust aircraft. The videos that I've been watching show these things flying on 6 cells and even 8 cells with a different speed control. But it's pretty impressive to see what they're capable of. And the slow flight characteristics are fantastic for this being a model. So I'm really excited to see how that translates in real life, and I'll get some airtime for you guys real soon. Real soon. Maybe not the next video, but real soon, I promise. We're going to be flying. Hope you guys like this.